Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome to Wendy Living, where we live our life graciously. And if you're a returning subscriber, what's good, OG? Today's video is going to be a different kind of video that I don't do on my channel as consistent, but it's something I want to start doing consistently. So if you all remember, I put up a video about how I got into tech last year. I put up a video on how I started my new job in another tech industry last year. I basically put up I think altogether 2 videos on tech, and I've gotten an amount of questions from people from last year till date, and I've tried my best to give some advices where I can, and some of them have come back to tell me that because of me they finally got a job in tech, honestly. And it's just something that's really nice, and I just felt like, okay, I think I should just put out more videos about tech anywhere I can, because if y'all don't know, I like to give tips based on my experience or people that I know, or from other people's experiences that I personally know. So I want to make it a norm, whereas I'm going to be doing some tech videos, whereas I'm going to call them tech series. So I'm going to put out some useful tips, or basically useful videos, helpful videos that could assist any beginner, anyone that is trying to migrate into tech in 2023 and thus far. So without further ado, if you're interested in this video, stay tuned where we get straight into this video.
Don't lie, feel your eyes, they're love me. Don't be shy, take control of me.
So first of all, I want to dead that tech myth. That myth in tech where some people try to make you seem like you need a computer degree, a computer science degree, or a computer engineering degree before you can get into tech. No, I'm going to tell you, you don't need a computer degree. In fact, you don't even need a degree to get into tech. Tech is all about having hands-on experience. Tech is all about knowing what you're doing. Tech is all about having the hands-on skills. So tech is really practical, and they just want to know that you know what you're doing before you can get into tech. They don't really care about your degree or whatever. I'm not saying that if you have it in mind to study masters in perhaps computer engineering or computer science, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. You can do it, of course. You can have an edge, kinda, but it's not going to stop you from entering into tech if you don't have a degree. So I just want to dead that myth. So the next thing that we're going to go on to now is the kind of roles. I also want to dead that mentality where people feel like you can only do technical roles if you want to get into tech. No, you don't have to do just technical roles. You don't have to learn only coding before you can get into tech. And there are also some other roles that you can also do as well if you want to get into tech. I think I'm going to do a whole nother video about roles that you can do if you want to get into tech. Today I'm going to talk about basic tips on how you can get into tech. So 3 basic steps for you to get into tech. Choose your niche, learn the skills, and find your job of your dreams. Very easy, right? But I'm going to break it down for y'all so you can know how to go about it. So first of all, in choosing your niche, you got to find your interest. You got to find what you're interested in. For example, if you like to design, you can basically research on roles in tech that has to do with design. So if you know that you're the kind of person that likes to solve problems and all of that, you can get into development. If you know you don't want to code, you can just get into UI UX design, product design, basically that kind of stuff. There are basically many of that roles. So basically what I'm trying to say is find your niche, find what interests you, what kind of thing do you like to do, and then basically go Google, make your research on the kind of role in tech that fits your interest. I'm also going to speak about the non-technical role. For the non-technical role, in case you're not doing any technical role, maybe you're doing accounting, recruitment, that's HR, you're a writer, I want to get into tech and do UI writing. Or if you want to maybe do something like accounting, for example. Tech industry, they need every kind of role. So I don't want anybody to have that mindset of the fact that you have to do just technical roles. No, if a tech company is currently being established and then there are a lot of developers, a lot of product designers, and there's no sales manager or sales executive who is going to sell the products, they definitely need a sales executive to sell the product. They need the business manager to manage the business. They need the accountants to count their money, basically. So all these kind of roles are needed, and they also need the HR manager to be able to recruit employees for the company. This is why I'm telling you that tech is not limited to any role. So you can find any role in tech. The next thing now, after you've already found your interest, after you've already discovered your niche, is for you to learn the skills. So there are many ways you can learn your skills. You can either be a self-taught tech person like I am. I basically learned everything I know myself. I never went to any boot camp or whatever. So I feel like anybody can learn yourself. You can learn yourself. You can go online, check online courses. You can also check YouTube for free resources. I mean, YouTube is like the den for everything in this world. Like, I really love YouTube because you can find anything on YouTube. After you've discovered your niche, you get your skills, go online to research the kind of skills that is needed for your niche. Then you start going on all these online sites. There are basically many other kind of online sites. Basically Google them. We have Udemy, we have Free Code Camp, we have, I think, Code Academy, we have Coursera, we have LinkedIn courses as well. So basically you can find any of these resources online. So once you've already researched all these courses online, like all these free courses, then if you want to proceed into going to a school, maybe like a boot camp for example, where they're going to guide you, then you can go into it. I just feel like doing free courses will basically help you to see if you're really interested in those courses, rather than going into boot camp, paying some large amount of money, and then you realize that you're not really interested in this particular role or course. Do you understand? So I feel like doing free courses will make you to, you know, understand what you're getting into in case you want to get into boot camp. So after you've gotten your skills, after you've already understood what you want, now you need to get experience, because most companies nowadays, the way it is, because we can see all the layoffs happening in the tech industry, most people want experienced people, right? And with your skills, you don't exactly have experiences, you just have the knowledge. One way I can say that you can try to gain some experience is by practicing. For example, if you're into the coding aspect, design aspect, you can start practicing basically. Yeah, there's some sites where they give you websites or basically UI designs that you can actually try to replicate. You can even check Pinterest. Or you can even check Pinterest to replicate designs that you want, right? And this is going to help you get better. Another way for you to also get experience is by applying to internships. No matter how you feel like internships are so low, because some people might be like, no, I want to get into the entry level ASAP, blah blah blah. Internships are quite important because that is where you can gain hands-on experience. Forget the money at this point. Try to apply to internships. Internships will basically guide you to get more experience, hands-on experience basically, because you're going to be working with real-life projects with other experienced developers or with other experienced people that have the same interests as you, and they could probably guide you. Maybe you reach out to them. Some of them might be willing to guide you on your journey. And then with that, if you do well in your internship, there's some companies that will basically just move you to the next level, which is the entry level, basically lead you to the junior aspect of your role, or basically lead you to the next role to become a full-time staff or something. Another way you can also get hands-on experience is through freelancing. They basically get gigs from different people, helping people to design stuff, helping people to manage businesses, helping people. Do you understand? Some people do all these freelance things just to get hands-on experience with real-life projects. And yeah, that's it. I'm also going to speak on those that want to also transition into tech, but you already have experience with other roles, but you're not working in the tech industry. So for those that already have experience, maybe in accounting or HR management, or being a sales executive or being a sales manager, so you can also apply to tech industries. What you have to do is look up for roles that you already have this experience in other tech industries. So you can check LinkedIn for companies that are probably recruiting for roles that you already have experience in, and then you start applying. Since you already have experience, that will actually give you an edge to enter the tech industry, honestly. Another way that you can also do this, perhaps you're already in the tech industry and you're doing a different role and you want to transition into a technical role, for example, which is what I did. You can speak to your manager, but you have to already have knowledge. Tech is a place where you don't know everything. You can never know it all. So tech is an industry where you are consistently learning. It's not that you're just going to learn something now and then think that's the end. Like, things are evolving. That is why it's technology. You have to continue to learn. You have to keep on learning. You have to keep up with the updates. So what I'm just trying to say is that you might not know everything, but at least know the fundamentals, know the basics, so that when you get into the role, start working with real life projects or start working with real life materials, and then from there you build yourself up and all of that. So with that kind of thing now, if you're already in the tech industry, it's just for you to talk to your manager once you've already gotten this knowledge about the role you want to switch into, which was what I did. If you guys watch my how I got into tech, I was doing some other roles, and before I got this role that I'm doing, I was literally given the role. It's not like I even had any experience in it, so I had to be learning things and all that. Then when I wanted to switch into another role, I had to talk to my manager. Then you have to prove to them that you actually have the knowledge, blah blah blah. They might give you maybe like a test or something, and then if you pass it, then they can move you to another role depending on the company basically, and then that's how you get into the role of your choice. And then boom, you're already a tech person, and that's how you get into the role of your choice as a tech person. So now you've already gotten the job of your dreams. One other thing I'm going to tell you guys to do is for you to build your network, joining the community, reaching out to people if they can mentor you. There's some people that are willing to actually mentor you, so you can reach out to these kind of people and they could mentor you eventually, and then from there hopefully you'll be able to also do your own part, because mentors are not the kind of people that will literally like have to hold your hands and beg you to do the work and everything. So once you do all this kind of stuff, you can now eventually follow all these other tips that I gave about trying to apply for a job hunting and blah blah blah, and then yeah. So that's another way on how you can get into tech. We have communities like She Code Africa, Baddies in Tech. There are many tech communities. You can basically check on Twitter. Twitter is really the place where tech people are. Yeah, they're always tweeting. You can find people there that you can basically like talk to, relate with, and find people that are in the same interest as you, and then yeah, from there you move on. So I hope I've been able to explain to you guys on how you can basically enter tech. You can basically transition into tech. These are basic tips like for the beginner, for people that don't know anything, like you don't know anything about tech and you want to get into tech. These tips will literally help you guys. So stay tuned for the next episode on tech series. I'm going to be giving you guys other tips on how you can also transition into tech as a newbie, as a beginner, and yeah. So that'll be the end of today's video. I hope you guys gained something. I hope this video will be able to help y'all in your tech journey as you transition into tech in this year 2023. We need to get that bag. So I just want to tell you guys to just take it one step at a time. Try not to put yourself on so much pressure, because it's a whole lot of work that you have to do, and one step at a time you eventually get there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up, share with people that you know will really need this video, comment in the comment section if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer y'all. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel yet, please don't forget to click the button below to subscribe to my channel. Also turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any video from my channel, and share to those who you know need these kind of tips. And stay tuned for my next episode on tech series, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.